Alrighty, good afternoon everybody, welcome back to the stream here. I certainly hope you guys are doing great today, because I'm not doing too bad myself. It's a little later than normal for me, but it does happen. Unfortunately, I did have to work this morning. It was kind of prearranged, so no harm, no foul there. The only issues, we had a little bit of a issue come up, not really towards it, but we were having some issues getting it solved, so we're running a little short on the old time there. But I got it fixed. We're back up and running. Well, mostly up and running. If I might need to log on after the stream here, but that's okay. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, so right now we're going to be playing Evil Genius. Hopefully we'll finish it today. That's what I'm hoping. I've got another game or two in the pipeline that we can go ahead and give a try after this. So if it is the last day, that's fine. We'll take a little break from it until some really big DLC comes out. But either way, I think it should be good. So yeah, I'm just trying to make sure everything's set up correctly. I want to make sure that things are going okay, because we did have a few issues. But I think I've got everything squared away, and my autofocus is going crazy on me this morning. So let me fix that really quick before we start, because I know that can get a little annoying. I know for me, it does every once in a while. Focus. There we go. Perfect. And there we go. Perfect as always. So let's go ahead and jump into the game here. Let me get unmuted and get the game actually up here. There we go. Let's go ahead and get Project Utopia loaded up here. But yeah, unfortunately, just had to work this morning. It's had a couple people on vacation. That's essentially what happened, and they asked me if I could work a little more this week. Usually I have Wednesdays and Fridays off, but I decided, you know what, I'll work in the mornings, so I can still stream in the afternoons. So worked out pretty well, I would say. Oh, it's a little bit loud in my ear. Hold on one second here. There we go. So yeah, not too bad, but we are back here in the game. Let's see what else we could do today. Now, I know we defeated the Agent X last time. Now, there was another one we were doing called the Melting Point of Steel. I think we tried to go for this one. I think we tried to take out Agent Steel. That means we, possibly at the end, we only have maybe 3 super agents to deal with? Or 4, I don't remember.
Research has been paused.
That would help out quite a bit. So let's go ahead and do this one.
If you're contacting me to surrender, know that there will be no terms. I'm going to take everything from you.
I understand why you feel the advantage is yours. You face down the best and come out on top after all. But each of my agents is as good as them, and you'll be facing them all. This will be your final stand.
This is going to be interesting.
Sending every Jane and John Steele at me. An interesting tactic for you of all people to employ, Ms.
Notice that these were backwards, just saying.
Your world ended the day John Steele died. What do you think will happen to your world when 30 of him do?
Jeez,
Side
Pete's.
story begun.
So we're looking at the Steel Flaw. Alright, works out for me. What are we researching currently?
A criminal network has too much heat and has locked down.
We're doing something here. Ah, it's the Evil Genius stats. Actually, not the worst idea in the world to do.
Let's snuff out the light.
What we got going on here on the world stage? Now, I do remember we were having to upgrade some of these to higher ones to actually get these going here, but we can do a couple of them. Let's try that one. That'll give us what, 2 of the 5. We'll need to upgrade this one, so let's go ahead and upgrade there. That'll give us 3 of the 5. Oh, there's the other one. Let's go ahead and do that.
New optional.
So it looks like we've got most of this done, like most of this already going. We need to get a couple more counter agents. That'll be to our benefit. So there's 2. There's 3 going to be done. 4's here. We're still upgrading. And then the 5th one's over here. We're waiting on more counter agents. So yeah, that'll be really nice. Probably have to do counter agents here as well, if I had to guess.
A criminal network
Just 2
has
spin
been
doctors. Let's
updated.
go ahead and launch that once. We're just waiting on one then. We're just kind of waiting on those guys. That won't take us too long. Side stories are done there. Or infirmary tiles there. Not really too concerned with that one. Essentially, right now we're just building. If you remember correctly, or if you remember at all, we were actually building watches that actually have the Void software in them that we can actually. It physically keeps on their wrists the entire time, so we can control their thoughts and mind, something like that. So yeah, it's working out. Hopefully, we'll see how that goes.
Scheme has succeeded.
But so far, it seems like it's doing all right. You see, that's the only one we're waiting on. We're just waiting on more counter agents and Force Steel to leave, of course. But that's
Something is
besides the
wrong
point.
with either the minions or the training room, boss.
See how our research is going. Let's go ahead and actually get our evil genius down here.
Yes.
Oh boy, that's not ideal. I
I'm
just realized that there was
intrigued to see
rogues
the
down here.
results. An intruder in the lair. Kill them. Find that intruder and kill them.
Do 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 do.
Calculating optimal route.
In chop chop. No time for dilly dally.
Pause. What do you need?
Let's get Silver Revolver equipped.
He's upon you.
Steady.
Let darkness is always ready.
Of course, these guys are almost dead.
Thrown every time.
Of course, my evil genius actually joins into the party. That's always fun.
Your henchman is in combat.
There we
A
go.
henchman is in danger.
What next?
That is all taken care of. Let's go ahead and
Because I said so.
do that so they can continue doing research. Turn our money-making machine. They're literally a money-making machine.
Training has stalled.
Let's see. What else we got here? Our databanks don't really care about that. Essentially, we're just going to have to fire Void everywhere, but eventually we'll be able to once,
Training
you know,
resumed.
once
I'll
we
be
have all
back
the stuff we
in
need.
no time.
Let's see here.
You have a command?
She probably could use some
This
heals.
Iris unit will be offline.
I'm good
Do
shout.
some healing.
Can't do
Darkness lurks.
Hopefully we'll have all of our minions back at full strength here shortly. That's kind of the idea. We'll see how that goes, though. Let's see here. Got a mini objective, not too bad.
Your minions are in combat.
They sure are. Looks like we're dealing with it okay, though. We have a lot of military minions there.
Heat as a criminal network is a trap of forces of justice.
Not doing too bad at all. Still that main objective. It's still
New
bugging me
optional
that it's not,
objective
like,
available.
I don't know. It's like it's not letting me,
Something is wrong.
click
with
that off.
either the minions
But,
or
that
the
is
training
okay.
room, boss.
How are we doing on counter agents? We do have enough. Let's go ahead and do it. So I'll be honest with you, I have no idea when this one ends. I mean, we played the Maximilian one. I have a feeling we're getting towards the end because we have things like we're getting rid of super agents. We have all of our people. We can unlock all the research. It's very possible that we're getting towards the end of our playthrough here, which is okay. I do have. If it ends kind of early today, if it ends like before like 3 o'clock, 3:30, we'll probably start playing a little bit more the next game. Well, I have a couple games I want to try. There's not really a game that I want to stream right now. There's some okay ones that have come out that have been kind of interesting. I like if I could maybe pick up SnowRunner. SnowRunner might be kind of fun. One of their big ones have come out that would be kind of fun to do.
Training has stalled.
I have to maybe looking for something else. But actually, the one I was thinking of, I actually had been thinking about doing this for a little while. I actually had gotten a free copy of Civilization 6.
I want that intruder
And
found and killed.
I figured, you know, why not have some fun with it and see what we can do with some Civilization. I've been playing it a little bit recently, just to see if I can actually do something with it. And it's been kind of interesting how it's all going. So I think it'd be kind of a fun one to play through. We'll see how that goes. I think that'll be kind of our next little series. But also, I also want to get back into some Stardew Valley. Apparently, there was a new update from 1.5, 1.6 where they added a new island to it. Never got to play that yet, so that might be kind of fun to do. So, might do some Civilization first, and then do some Stardew Valley, because Stardew Valley can take a long while to get done.
And has locked down.
So, yeah, I think that'd be kind of a fun thing to do. I think that's kind of our next 2 games. We'll do a 500 turn round of Civilization 6, and then we'll play some Stardew Valley, do the 1.5 update. Yeah, because we haven't played. We played. I'm trying to think here. Look at that. We got the main objective done. But we played Stardew Valley originally, and we actually did pretty well in it. I think we got most of it done. And then I don't think we ever came back. That was like one of the first games I streamed, which I think now it's doing one game at a time. I think that's even going to be a little bit better now.
There's talk of riots in the streets if people don't get a Void Watch soon enough.
Wonderful. My influencers have done their job well.
The forces of justice won't like this.
They'll like what I tell them to like once my golden age begins.
Fire the Void device. Oh, there we go. Go to research screen.
New research has been
I
completed.
need 4 data banks for this one. A little different, but all right, we can do that. Do 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 do. There we go. Get that up and going. So I do want to get rid of at least John Steele, because I think that'd be hilarious. So we need to defeat the rogues in here. We need to get rid of this. That's the investigator. Yes, it is.
There's an intruder here. Kill them.
So we supply devices on the world stage. Okay.
I need that intruder.
We need to
located
fire the
and
void
taken
device,
care
which is
of.
fair,
There's work to do.
and some other stuff. Yeah.
Your votes are
There's the
full.
rogues we're looking for. 1,
That intruder is just a number.
2,
And once
3,
he finds them,
4,
that
and
number's
5.
up. Locate and
Let's go make sure that our
On my way.
The master.
make sure all of our people are
I
here
use
and
by
waiting
your
on these people.
command.
On the prowl.
The shadow.
I think most of them are right there anyway, so
Time to burn my
should not be too big of an issue.
Candidate
Open season on the good guys.
Unfortunately, though, they were all like right together. That's kind of the issue, which is okay. It's not like it's a huge deal.
your henchman is in combat.
There we go. Cleaned all those up, so now we gotta fire the
Something
void
is wrong
device.
with
Now,
either the
do we
minions
actually have
or the
fuel for the
training
void
you
device? We do, actually. Hold on. Let's go ahead and do that. Might as well, since we do have the stuff to do it.
let's get scientific.
We should have enough now to do the steel stuff. It's only 15,000 gold,
Research has begun.
so that won't take us too long to do. So what I might do is actually wait to try to get all those devices supplied before I get this, because I don't know if that one's the end of it or not. So we'll see. Could be wrong about that. Let's see here. What do we have to do to supply these devices? Oh, good lord, that's a lot of people. You know what? Let's go see what the quest is. Like one of the optional objectives. 'Cause I don't remember where I had to fire it at. Saber, Smash, or Anvil. Anvil. It's Saber's right here. Let's go ahead and fire it at Saber because we can. Let's see here. Please fire the device. Level 1. Let's say what level it has to be at. So let's go ahead and start that.
Initiate firing sequence.
See how this goes. Which
Research has been paused.
should just be like how every other launch is gone, but
so
you know.
tough.
Your henchman.
Oh, we're already in combat though. Some soldiers looks like.
Good about my peace.
Yeah, that won't take us too long to do.
Be a good fellow and die, would you?
And there we go. Let's go ahead and grab that one because that'll give us a free research slot. That'll be really nice. Our free research item. Could be anything, but
The Spectral is on the...
Command, I require.
let's get everybody back and make sure they're all healed and ready to go if there's another fight. Yeah, let's take a look here. That gives us plus 10. Yikes. That's a lot of valets to just kind of throw out there. Well, not as bad. There we go. So at least get started on distributing our watches out. Oh, yep, we do want to cancel that one because we do need to get these watches out. It's 2 counter agents. I don't want to spend that kind of money. Or that kind of people, I should say. It's a little odd to say it that way, but yeah, I did. There we go. That's fine. And what do we got here? 2 counter agents. A lot of counter agents, it seems like.
Training has stalled.
Also, I'm kind of curious, though, what research we're going to get for free. Kind of interested to know. Let's see here. What else was I going to do? I'm going to do something else. So what I don't remember. Bit of an issue. Which henchman, Master? You're asking which henchman? I have Eli Barracuda. I have Expectro, which is the new one from the Cabal DLC. I have Iris, and then I have Sir Daniel. The reason I got these two was with the Cabal DLC, they actually get a different skin. Like they get a special like outfit.
At a criminal network.
So that's why I'm trying to get those minions. I think there's one or two, there's 2 more you can get. But we're getting towards the end of this game though, so it's like, do we really want to go get them, or do you just want to try to get this game over with? Kind of a toss up there, but yeah, not too bad so far. Let's see here. What was I gonna do? Let's try to remove that. There's another one here. More counter agents needed. Let's see here. Science. Nope. We need a level 2 network. I mean, I'm not opposed to upgrading that one, which we might have to, but quite a bit for that one. What about here? We can send that one out. It's not too bad. But we will have to start worrying about training a few more people. So let's go and get our base back up to a good capacity of workers. So to also point out before I go on. There is some storms in the area where I live at currently. So if it does start having some issues, just know that it might be because there's a thunderstorm outside, but it does happen.
New optional objective available.
Looks like we got quite a few people coming in now, so that'll at least kind of help replenish the base a little bit. Hopefully we can train some more people faster this way. What we got down here? We could, but blue Saints down there right this second, so I don't think we're going to go for that one right this second, but that's a good one to go for. So we need a level 2 network there. We don't have the broadcast strength. Not ideal either way. Down here to this control room here. Let's do this. And how much power we got? We have 64 power. Keeping that in mind. Let's do that. That only costs us, what, 24 power? Maybe? I don't... Is it really 12 power? It'll take quite a bit of power. It seems like it's a little much, but alright.
Your vaults are almost full.
There we
Your
go. We've got
scientists
that
have
one
made a
done.
breakthrough.
So let's see what else can we do. We've already got all of
Your vaults
these.
are full.
Don't really care about those right this second. We got the cloning machine. We could do the construction depot. Let's go ahead and do that one,
Research
just
has
because, especially during the final stand, it's a little hard to actually get out to the depot. So if we need to repair anything, we can't. However, if we have somewhere inside here that we can actually go grab those crates from. Oh, fire void at the Western Hammer District. Alright, why do we have to fire void at the Western, so I'm kind of curious here. Fire a warning shot at the steel program by unleashing your doomsday device on its headquarters in Cardiff. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Do we have enough fuel? We might have enough fuel. So, Western Hammer. It's just probably here. Nope. Start.
Calculations complete. Commence the next human trial.
So let's give this a try here. Also notice it's in lockdown, that's why.
Research has been paused.
It's like, why is this thing not showing me anything? But that makes sense. And there we go. Fired it all off.
Your hordes and traps are no match for a stiff upper lip.
Steel program has not condoned your attack on their headquarters. They intend to make you pay for it. Well, no, duh, but I guess we gotta just kill Steel now, which is
Research
not
is
like it's
resumed.
a hard thing to do, especially since it's one person.
A
It's not
criminal
like it's
network has too much heat.
not like
and
it's
has
hard.
locked down.
Let's go ahead and grab that science really quick because we could use that. Can't upgrade that one yet. We do have the power though to do that now. Counter agents, we can go ahead and do that one. Maybe. Hold on. Yeah, we can probably go ahead and do that one. And we can. Blue Saint's still there. Never mind.
New optional objective available.
Alright, let me see what the optional objective is. Execute technician, no thank you.
Research has been paused.
We got one of these done. So we got one research. Apparently didn't give us a research.
The heat at a criminal
What
network
buttheads?
has attracted the forces of justice.
They could give us one of these, maybe? No? Alright, well. Oh, that's a bit.
Your vaults are full.
That sucks. Anyways. I've yet to see Steel show up yet, so could be an interesting time. There's Steel.
Minions, Agent Steel has infiltrated the lair. Locate them.
Espectro is.
Yes?
Awaiting command.
I attack
See how this
the
works out.
shadows at light, dark. It's the material.
Does 50 points of damage per hit. That's ludicrous, first off, but
Swift as a shadow.
no. Well, that doesn't work out.
Cons.
There we go.
What do you need?
Silver, what? Hold on, I got a question. What is
Your henchman.
Sir Daniel's special ability? Oh. Never mind. Make sure you're down here momentarily. And there we go.
I've sent you an agent working on my secret service. Do show them a good time.
The full might of the Steel program has arrived on your island. The horde of agents await. Kill them all.
I'm listening.
Yikes. Alright, let's go ahead and make
Well,
sure these guys are
I'm
completely
listening.
healed and ready. That one's he's good to go. Spectro's a little worse for wear, but that do happen sometimes. Fortunately, they're running all my people out
I
of
need to stay fresh to stay frosty.
out of my casino. A little upset with that. So they are coming through the rear entrance. maybe not all of them are coming through the rear entrance. Some might come through the front. We'll see here in a second.
Salaries paid.
Looks like 2 of them are there.
I want
Both
Agent
dressed the
Steele
same. Kind of
found
interesting.
And
Because there's, what, 6 different outfits or 8 different outfits, I think, for Steel.
Yes. Eliminate all targets.
Well, that's not going to end well for them.
You lost.
Although we do have our
before
ray guns
Roman
now, so that's
Steel
pretty
took
cool.
the field.
Rogues are stealing.
Yeah.
Eli, they're right there.
So that's how your minions dress. No wonder Agent Steele prevailed. Your minions are nothing more than target practice.
Darkness strikes.
Something is wrong.
That agent has perished, but there are plenty more where they came from.
There we go. That roach will be taken care of here momentarily. Let's get Eli
Time to rest up.
healed back up here. Let's also get Expectro. He is fully healed.
Awaiting
Iris is
input.
fully healed. Cool.
A scheme has succeeded.
Looking out for the next set of agents. I don't see them yet. It's a bit of a worry, but, you know, it does happen.
I'm listening.
Where is Expectro at?
It is. Espectro is unable to comply.
Oh, he's
with
knocked
your
out still.
request.
Fair enough.
A minion is deserting.
Darkness lurks.
But it looks like, maybe start doing some upgrades out here. Let's go ahead and upgrade that one. Looks like Blue Saint finally moved.
And fight, you yellow-bellied coward.
What I'm concerned about is where he's at. Ah. Oh, look at that. They actually did show up now,
Agent
finally.
Steele is here. Hunt them down.
My agents train in every combat art there is.
A henchman has recovered.
That's how your minions dress. No wonder Agent Steele prevailed. An agent's body may shatter, but our bond is unbroken.
Your
Alright, there's
votes
2 of
are
the 6
full.
gone. Imagine we'll see the last 2 here shortly. So they just arrived, so I'm gonna
Criminal
guess.
network has been upgraded.
Probably coming via the boat. I said, there they are. One in a nice kilt,
Agent
the other one's
Steele.
in like a jumpsuit.
Here. Minions, seek and destroy.
Termination program activated.
Oh, great. That means, oh, Iris is down over here.
You have a command?
Spotted me, eh?
What do you need?
Alright, let's get Eli up over here.
Not a problem.
Where's the Spectre at?
Yes, it is I.
Still healing. I was hoping to give a little more time to heal, but
The master of light and shadow is unable.
Looks like he's ready now.
The master is at work.
Yes. Eliminate
get these
all
guys
targets.
gone, hopefully.
Your minions are nothing more than target practice.
So that shouldn't be too long until both of them are
The
gone. There
memory
we
of
go.
John Steele beats in many
Oh, that's it. That is literally how we remove. They literally just threw every agent they had at us.
And that just about closes the book on John and Jane Steele. It's a lot of bodies, Miss Foxworth.
You've destroyed my agents, but you'll never capture me. I'll rebuild the Steel program, and when I do...
No, I don't think you will. You fought to preserve and honor the memory of the original John Steele. Against me, you have failed on every single level. I know that. And you most certainly do. I don't need to kill you, Miss Foxworth. Without the steel program, you're already dead to me.
Wow.
Farewell.
Your vote.
Just
are
brush her,
filled.
brush her off. That's amazing. All right, well, look at that. No more John Steele. That is pretty
Research
good
has been
indeed.
paused.
I think we get rid of Jubei now, which I hate to say, because I actually really like Jubei. But it is time to get rid of Jubei, though. Train biologist. I'll get train quantum. Don't want to execute a hitman because he takes forever to train. Oh, you mean Heavy Metal Jackie? Heavy Metal Jackie's pretty cool. I think we might have to do that one next. As long as the game doesn't end before then. Let's see here. Where would Jubei be? He's right there. Here's a problem. So we have to wait 2 minutes to do that. But we also have symmetry there.
Updates available.
So it's like,
Please
okay.
download.
But I do want to get rid of that one. I do like. I didn't get Jackie last time. I wanted to get Jackie last time, but I never got. I never actually got around to actually getting her up and working. So unfortunate. But also, she actually gets new skin with the Cabal pack. So I kind of want to get that one. That'll give me my 5 henchmen. So I think that'd be okay. I also think she's a military minion, so it would be a really good one to have around.
A henchman
So,
has recovered.
Can't really complain about that. Let's see here. Once this goes away, I'm just gonna. Do I try to go take Jubei on with Symmetry to sit in there, or do I wait till you know what? Let's wait till Symmetry leaves. Kind of a bad policy just to go gun ho into Super Agent.
Your criminal networks are idle.
Oh crap! All my.
Consider running some schemes.
Oh, it's like she's gone now. There we go. We really don't need money though. That's kind of the problem. It's really odd how all this has worked out because it's like I don't need money. I've got everything I've got everything at the base right now unless something catastrophic happens, which if you've watched this and watched this stream at all, you'll know that catastrophic is like half the episode. Let's see here. Do I have one down here? Let's go ahead and grab that one. Alright, snag
A
that one
criminal
up.
network has too much heat and has locked down.
That should be the Jubei one out of the way, maybe?
You did it! You took on Jubei, the wind that kills. You walked away and he didn't.
He did, in the end, live up to his reputation as a worthy opponent. Angry, but worthy.
Well, that's one less threat you have to worry about.
Yes, but also one less person who I can respect. Despite his hatred of Bossa Nova, he had a fighter's soul.
I'm sure somewhere out there he's earned his gold in the Divine Dance Finals.
There we go, Jubei. There's no more. Really don't need to collect that reward because we're already so much, we have so much money. It's not even funny. Well, let's go ahead and do Full Metal Jackie.
Explain to me why I shouldn't feed you to the sharks for your failure.
We were outgunned. They had better weapons than ever before. We didn't stand a chance.
This isn't the first time recently that our intelligence has underestimated enemy ordnance.
What does that mean?
It means someone has been equipping my rivals. It's time I found out whom.
Alrighty. Let's go find Full Metal Jackie. Gain cache intel on the world stage. Now, where that cache intel would be, I'm not 100% sure. Unless that's the data. So, hold on. There it is. I need 3 more biologists, so we will wait on that one for a minute. Let's also just do this. So we can just remove the heat so that when we are... Oh,
A
Blue
scheme
Saint
has
is there.
succeeded.
Oh, he's sitting there idle. Alright, cool. Didn't see me do that one. Nice. We always have enough biologists anyway, so it shouldn't take us too long to get that one. We will see here in just a moment. This is one thing. That's one thing I do miss from Maximilian to this one, is that Maximilian's training thing was so OP and it was amazing. Like almost instantly trained anybody we needed. Fantastic. I'll be honest with you, I'm not really kind of impressed with Zalika's. The instant repair is kind of cool, but if you have enough technicians, it really doesn't matter. Now I should have enough biologists. And the research speed one, I just,
New
I
optional
guess.
objective available.
To me, it's not like it was a huge deal if I had to wait a little bit on research. Maybe that's just me thinking that, but I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, I mean, I've enjoyed the Void one. That's been really interesting. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It's kind of on the whole Zalika powers. But Void, I like the Void idea. It's a pretty neat idea. You know what? We need to reduce heat here before we do this scheme. There we go. We confirm that one. It'll get us up to 70. This one will get us up to 80, but shoot, Olga there. I can't remember her name. Olga's sitting there, and that one just went into lockdown. So there is what's this will be 70, 80, 90. There's the last one. We need more biologists. Well, that's a bit of an issue, but all right. Let's get this done here.
Task complete.
Let's also do the counter one there. Reach out to the arms dealer on the world stage. Isn't she from Australia? So yeah, she's probably down here. Get 2 socialites there. Do 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 do. I don't know why I got the entertainer stuck in my head. That's, I don't know why.
Research has resumed.
That is okay, I guess. It's not like it's. I don't think you can get DC, is it DCM aid or DMC aid or whatever it's called. Whatever you get in trouble for having music on your stream. I don't think that's one of them you can. Although I could be wrong. I don't know much about that. I'm just trying to avoid music altogether. The only one I've really had issues with is the Minecraft or MK
Am
Parks.
I to believe that your name is really Full Metal Jackie?
It was either that or Lock, Stock and Carol. Now, you buying or selling, mate?
Buying. But I don't work remotely. I want you to demonstrate your wares in person. Premium prices paid.
Oh, reckon I'd be a drongo to say no to that kind of cash. My other clients might have an issue with it, though.
I think what happened last time is that we started doing the Jackie quests, and then like we completed the last mission before like the final. I think that's what happened. So hopefully we won't be able to have to do that this time. So let's get over here
Another experiment requires my
and watch the
attention.
demo there.
Square peg, round hole. See? Let's proceed.
There she is.
That doesn't fit the equation.
That won't take too long, just technically 2 minutes, but I think it's like double speed, it'll only take a minute or like 45 seconds. I don't know how the time converted here, because it says double speed or fast, it just says fast forward, so I guess it could be really anything, I guess.
Oh, you may live with your life. This layer is mine.
Sounds like Blue Saint just showed up, or is showing up. I don't know. I don't know exactly his status at the moment.
Rogues are stealing your gold.
And there he is with his posse.
Jackie, do you care to explain why my island is under siege by people with your weapons?
My clients were hoping for more of an exclusive arrangement. Selling to you made them madder than a cut snake.
And you expect me to solve this problem for you?
Oh, you don't have to. But I can't sell you any of this nice stuff if I'm not alive. So...
Very well. I'll defend your life. And when you survive, I will be your only buyer.
What concerns me, though, is that I've got a super agent here. I've got rogues in the safe. And
Rogues are stealing your gold.
I've got a super agent. I've got people coming in for that mission. So here's what I want to do. Well, that's not the button I wanted to hit. I want to send
You got it.
Eli down here. There's 5 of these guys.
I want that intruder dead. Find them.
Your vaults are full.
An intruder
Get rid of all
in
these
the lair.
people here.
Kill them.
Oh, Spectro's right there.
Is always ready. How will
clone.
you face me when I am already attacking you? It is time. Spectro is loose. Flee or perish. My hour is at hand.
Did I see Eli run down here? I didn't know if I did or not.
Yeah.
He's actually right there. So why can't we get him over here?
On my way. Home. King.
The Spectro is
They don't stand.
the shadow attacks.
There we go.
Spectro.
What you need? Yeah, who's gotten lost in the big boys' world?
There we go. That shouldn't take me too much longer here. There we go. The clone's in danger. That's okay because he will die anyways. Where is Blue Saint at? He is walking through the front doors.
You hate
Do,
to see
do,
me go.
do.
The darkness, swift as a shadow.
I receive compliance.
We can also defeat the goons in the lair, but I don't see the goons anywhere. Unless they came in with Blue Saint. They did.
I have reports of an intruder in the lair. Kill them.
There's 3 of them. Oh, that's why, because they're coming in waves.
There's an intruder here. Kill them.
Spectre, don't walk out into the main floor here. Let's go ahead and just have you guys heal. Let's see here. What is he doing?
listening.
Heal,
Help
please.
time to rest my feet.
So it looks like they're coming in right away,
A minion is disarmed.
and the ones that are coming in right away are actually
That
from that
intruder is
mission.
just a number. And once you find them, that number's up.
So that shouldn't be too hard for us to take care of. So I would think not, but we'll see here in a second. Take revenge of the world stage. Let's do that.
Your minions are in
What
combat.
kind of revenge can we do?
A
right
minion
there.
is deserting.
Looks like the first of Blue Saints people are just now getting in, so... Blue Saints here. Alright,
Minions,
well,
find and kill. Science needs to be left alone.
let's see here. Let's go ahead and get
Not a problem.
Eli,
Let's-
and
you'll never see me
Spectro,
come.
and
Command
Iris,
multitasking.
and Sir Daniel down here.
Threat identified. Stand by for it.
They will be taking... It's like, if not, this will not turn out very well for us.
Your vaults.
Tercera caída. You have won this round.
Oh, there we go. That was easier than I... Blue Saint's kind of an easier one to take down, which is okay.
The
It's
heat
not like
of
it's
the
a
criminal
huge deal.
network has attracted the forces of justice.
There's that one. Let's go ahead and get rid of that one. And train technician, I just don't care about.
Task complete.
There we go. There's $200,000 we really
Well, mate,
don't need.
deal's a deal. You saved my life, and now I'll sell you my best. But I do also buy, you know?
I don't take your meaning.
Generators, hypercondensers, alloy slabs. Come on, we're both pros here. You're building something big.
Our business together has narrow parameters. This
Kind of just told her to
falls
shut
well
up.
outside.
Kind of.
good income. But if you ever decide to stop hating money, give me a call.
Alright, well, that one's taken care of. Let's move on to the next one. An arms race. Jackie wants your device. Keep it from her. Is that the only one we got? Seems like it. Alright, start
Oh,
story.
g'day. So, made a few calls, lined up a buyer even. Lets you and them make a fortune, yeah?
A fortune doing what, precisely?
Selling your fancy super weapon, you drongo. And don't pretend like you don't have one.
Fine, but it's not for sale. Now what shall I assume about the inbound aircraft with your radar signature?
Assume that I'm in sales and that I'll never give up on a good deal. Ta.
Alright, defeat arms dealer rogues in the lair. Those are not
Find that intruder.
Yeah.
those are not
Here I
rogues.
come.
Those are saboteurs. I need to get rid of
I
them
want that
now.
intruder found and killed. I need that intruder located and taken.
Darkness
There
strikes.
we go. Make sure they know that we need to get rid of those people. And ASAP.
There's the rogues I'm looking for. Locate.
Love how it
and
says Jackie
kill
Games,
that
defeat this person.
intruder for me. I want that intruder dead. Find them.
You know, they really don't have a super agent that does deception a lot. Yeah, they have like a rogue one with symmetry. They have like the investigators with both Steel and with Agent X. They have the infiltrator or the saboteurs, things like that,
From the shadows and
stuff like that. So it's not like you would
You
think.
must be an absurdly well-connected woman to shut down a global market.
G'day. Changed your mind about doing business yet?
There are so many other ways you could leverage a profit. Let this one go.
Ain't about the profit anymore. I don't like how you talk to me, so I'm gonna make this difficult.
Very well. I've survived worse. I shall survive you.
Wow.
Task complete.
All right. Well, let me get my agents in.
I cannot
There.
think around these fools.
So I got to manufacture my own fuel now. Why do I have to make like? Sometimes I'm like, why do I have to do that?
Paid.
But it doesn't say why. All right. Because we're just making our own crude oil now. Gotta wait till this research is done though, which is almost done anyway. So it's not like it's going to take me very long to get that back. Let's go here and we'll
Research has
click
begun.
that button. And let's go ahead and see if we can get some of the more of the these going here. We'll do that should be what,
Training has
8
stalled.
or 80, 90. That'll be the last one we do here.
Barely rumpled my suit.
We'll leave that one for right now because I feel like that's
Your
probably the best way to do it.
henchman is in combat.
Let's do this. Ooh,
You
it's actually
have
kind of large.
0 seconds to comply.
Alright, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and build a little bit of an extension onto the lab here. That's okay if we have to move this. Go. Let's get that construction depot in here now. Ooh, I can't. Well, that's a bit of an issue. I figured we could do that, but apparently not. We could probably put one over here, though, so it's not like it's a huge deal.
Your minions
Like
are in
that.
combat.
Now, there we go. Take that, get that taken care of. We are in combat with somewhere. Won't surprise me it is there. All right, fair enough. Hopefully we'll bust out that construction thing really quick. It shouldn't take too long, but and there's that one
We have
completed.
a report. The fuel generation procedure yielded mixed results.
Mixed.
Yes, a mixture of casualties and fatalities. It's just not practical to manufacture here.
Fair enough.
Full Metal Jackie has committed the ultimate sin. She's made my life difficult. Time for her to go.
Alright, good at research now. I can... What else we got going on here?
Something is wrong with either
I
the
got that
minions or
done.
the training room, boss.
You know, let's get a holographic globe. Why not? Because I can. Anyway, side story. We have Arms Race. Oh. Oh, it said I was done with that one. And then it's like, oh, we have to defeat the goons in the lair now. Right.
Research has begun.
No idea why it was doing that, but alright. So we can find these goons somewhere. Imagine it's probably these guys. No, those are actually just Anvil agents.
A criminal network has too much
Right.
heat and has locked down.
I don't see these goons anywhere, which kind of concerns me, but alright. Oh, there he goes. This is a wave of crime lord goons has finally arrived on my island.
Training
It looks like it's just taking a little while for them to get up onto the gondolas here, which, yeah, fair enough. Now, there's only a certain amount of gondolas out and about, so...
Locate and kill
Let's get
that
rid of these people
intruder
now.
for me. I need that intruder located and taken care of.
But I also think it's kind of funny that two of these I've actually killed already. So, well, Eli Barracuda I didn't kill. He's a henchman of mine now. And the other one, Jubei, I did kill.
Deleting.
Find that
But yeah, you would
intruder.
think that, you know what, let's have you not fight those people right there. Let's get these,
Got it.
let's get some assistance up here. See if we can get that going.
I too.
Do.
Purging unwanted files.
Investigate Arms Dealer Alliance on the world stage. Alright, let's see what we got here. I don't know why we all of a sudden these, also we need all this fuel, but alright. Yeah, we can go for it. Now where is this other one at? We have to help, that's Doomsday Fuel. Doomsday Fuel. More Doomsday Fuel. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. This could take me a little bit in getting all the people out there, but okay, fair enough. How many people do we actually have in the base still? Because it doesn't look like we have that many. I mean, we got a decent amount. We just need more
A scheme
workers.
has succeeded.
I'm gonna just purchase a bunch of them. We're actually running a little low on cash, which is not ideal. So let's go ahead and get some more of the bigger
Research has been
schemes going,
paused.
like that one. That one. Somehow Agent X is still here, but don't know how that works. Essentially, I'm just using North America as my money, or as my piggy bank right now, which is, it's fair. Especially with Agent X gone, it's a lot easier. Now, where is this deal we have to do with her?
New optional objective available.
Fuel. And it's probably more fuel. Yep, fuel.
Research has
Alright, I
resumed.
don't see where we have to go do this arms deal at. Well, this fake arms deal, of course. But, but it's here. Yep, that would be it. So, we're got another minute or so before we can do that one. Do. Let's see. Don't want to execute or kill anybody, so that's unfortunate. But no big deal. Yeah, the money I'm not really too concerned about because we really don't have to spend much on anything right now. Also, I'm kind of curious how this thing works. Looks like it is up and running though, so that is a good thing. Let's see here. What are we doing over here? So it looks like everybody's gone here, so we can go ahead and just jump into this one. I'm kind of curious though. Looks like we actually have been refueling this thing, so that might be what fuel's all about, which kind of makes sense to me. So, if we get like 3 more, we can actually fire it at the level 2 power. So I mean that'd be pretty cool to see. I don't think we've done it with this one yet.
Salaries paid.
There we go. We get our arms deal going here.
Gotta say, never actually expected you to change your mind. But I'm glad you did.
I'm attempting to remake the world order, but I cannot argue with economics.
Ah, settle, pedal. She'll be right as rain. And you'll get paid. I run a fair business here.
I suppose I'll just miss its telltale hum in the bowels of my lair. When will it arrive?
Any second now, mate. Brought some friends along just in case. Figured you wouldn't mind. Ta.
Oh, cool. That probably is Full Metal Jackie. There she is. Only her though.
Science needs to be
So
left
that won't
alone.
be too hard to
Find
do.
and kill that intruder.
Here's Jackie. Ready to make a deal?
Yeah, darkness.
What are you? Not a problem.
Make sure Jackie's taken care of here.
Flee or perish.
And she's gone. There we go.
Let's be
Complete those
friends,
objectives.
mate.
18 with a bullet. Or we can go
Our
backfire.
vaults are full.
I don't want to kill her, so 18 with a bullet it is. Capture. I thought it said capture a Full Metal Jackie. I'm like, is there multiple Full Metal Jackies? Is that the new? Is that the new Agent Steel? Just Full Metal Jackies? Be interesting. We do need some more hitmen though, because I don't think we have enough. We need 8 total. We only have 6,
New
so
optional objectives
get 2 more in training.
available.
Hopefully that won't take too much longer. We'll have hopefully here soon we'll have Jackie as our henchman. Which usually it's only 3 missions that we have to do, give or take. But so that's not usually too bad, but we'll see here in a second. Let's see here. Don't want to execute a worker at all.
A
Seems
criminal
like we're
network
going
is too
okay
much
though.
heat and has
Nothing
locked
too
down.
crazy's going on. But yeah, that's usually when nothing's going wrong, it's about to go wrong really bad, really fast. And that does happen to me rather often because it
The heat at
does
the criminal
happen.
network has attracted the forces of justice.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually talked about what I've been looking to build a new computer. I know a couple of you, if you've been here for a couple of times, you'll know that you'll have known that I've had some issues with my computer locking up or the internet's having issues or whatever.
That intruder is just another. And once
So
you
I've been
find
looking into building a new one.
that number's up. There's an intruder here.
And
Time to show you what a bad
like what am I gonna do? Oh, so I'm looking at a new computer. I'm looking at building an AMD based computer. So AMD Ryzen, I think it's a Ryzen 9 chip. I was looking at the Threadrippers, but if you put the word Threadripper on any chip, it goes up to about $1,000 a piece, and that's not really a joke. I think the cheapest Threadripper I found was $1,200. I'm like, all right, that's a little much. While I think it'd be cool to have a Threadripper, I don't think I want to do that for my next build yet. So I'm like, you know what? I went with a Ryzen 9, which is like the next step down. It's a 16-core processor. I think it's running at 3.5 gigahertz, so it's not too bad. But that's still like $700, and with the board and everything, it's like $900, give or take. But I had some issues with the case, and so I wanted to put a new case on. The one I have now is about 5 or 6 years old, and so I'm like, all right, well, I want to look at a new case. And so there is a company called Cougar who makes one called the Conqueror 2. I really liked how the Conqueror 2 looked. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do my due diligence, though, because on Amazon right now, the cheapest one, well, the last time I checked, the cheapest one you could get from Amazon was $500-some, plus like $80 of shipping. I'm like, all right, well, you know what? If I'm going to spend that kind of money, I am going to take a look at, see what kind of do my due diligence and things like that. Which you always should. At least with me, I always do my due diligence. If I'm going to spend anything more than like $100, you know what? I want to do my due diligence and see what I have. And the more I looked into this case, which you can go look up, if you look up Cougar Conqueror 2, they're all, oh, that's saboteurs, isn't it? All right, well, that's not ideal. Glad I caught them before they got in there. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go check. See how this is, and the more videos I watch, the more reviews I read and everything, the more and more I'm like, I don't know if I really want this case, because people are complaining about the build quality, how it's made out of plastic as well as aluminum and steel. The paint doesn't match on them. Even it's very black with some orange accents and some interesting angles. Essentially, what the problem is that the blacks didn't match with the plastic and the two different kinds of metals. If you go look it up, it's a little easier to actually see what's kind of going on, but there's an outer chassis and an inner chassis. And that inner chassis is where you put all your parts at. Well, the problem is that when you actually try to put the case back in, if you put the top 3 fans on, it will not go back into the inner case. So what you have to do is put the inner case in and then put your fans on. So if you ever need to do any maintenance on it or anything, you have to take those out, or take those fans off, completely out, unwire them and everything, and then pull the case out. At that point, I think that was one of the big things, like, you know what, at this point, I don't think it's actually worth getting this case. So I was on the hunt for a new case. And I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go look at, I can never remember the, Thermal Take. I can never remember the company. I actually have a Thermal Take case right now, and it's just a solid black tower. It's nothing special, but I like the case. I've liked it quite a bit so far.
Are in combat.
Let me see where this combat's at. Oh, just right here with a couple soldiers. That's not ideal, but well, we'll take care of them. And I'm like, you know what? Let's go take a look at. Let's see what Thermal Take has. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just kind of flipping through, and I see this one, and it looks tiny.
Your henchman is in combat.
And when I say tiny, it looks like it's about this big. Like, it has a couple fans on front. I'm like, oh, those are probably like 40mm fans. I figured it was a mini car. If you go look it up, Dell made a computer that was like this big and about that tall. They're real tiny, but they're really good for like sales and stuff like that. So it's actually kind of nice. But like, you know what? It looked really cool, but it really didn't, like, you know what, if I'm going to put a full ATX card in there, I'm like, it's not going to fit, because literally the motherboard would be bigger than this case. And I'm like, alright, well, you know what, I was kind of like, well, maybe one day I'll do a build with it. And I'm like, you know what, let's go take a look at it. So I pulled up the video on this case, and you can go look it up. It's called the AHT600 from Thermal Take, and that thing is massive. And when I say massive, I think it's like 30 inches tall. I mean, we're talking, I can't even put it in the camera. I mean, we're talking massive case. and it looks amazing. They nicknamed it the attack helicopter because they didn't know what AH meant, but it does remind me of it like an Apache helicopter. And I always thought it was kind of funny that T600 is also the model number for the Terminator. Don't know if they actually use that as an influence or not, but fair enough. So the more I looked into it, I'm like, all right, that's probably the case I'm going to go with. It's about $300, so it's quite a bit cheaper. They also do free shipping with it. So, Master, you asked what case I have. I have a black case. Honestly, I have no. It really is just a rectangular tower. There's nothing special about it, because it's all the cases I've ever had was just black towers. And I'm like, you know what? This next one, because I've got like RGB. Well, I don't say RGB fans. I have colored fans in there now. I've got some parts that glow a little bit. Not that I'm huge into the RGB stuff. I know there's some people that are just absolutely crazy about that stuff. But I'm not one of those people. I just kind of like, you know, if it worked, great. But also with the case look good now. It's kind of one of those things. So I had an idea. The reason I wanted to go for that Cougar case originally was that I think it was on Robotech. They actually did a Cyberpunk 2077 build with one. And it was fantastic. It looked amazing. It was like purple and not purple, yellow and black with different like Cyberpunk logos, things like that. And it looked really good on it. And I'm like, you know what? It'd be kind of cool to do something like that. And so I had an idea. And if you ever watch the thing, people like Adam Savage from the Mythbusters, he has a show called Untested. I mean, he has his own shows that he does like prop building. And that prop building looks amazing. But he was actually doing a NASA case for either his... It was a holding case for something, some equipment he had. Oh, look at that. We actually have... I just read this. We have the holographic Earth. Generates both intel and broadcast strength, and also proves that the Earth is round. Oh boy. Taking some shots there. That is pretty funny. But I think it's also kind of the funny thing. He was doing a NASA case for something he had. It was some equipment that he had gotten. As to which one, I'm not sure. And he actually made it look like it was weathered and looked like it had been used by NASA. And I'm like, you know what? Something like that would be kind of cool to have. Why can't I put that there? Oh, it's probably because it's blocked. I put it there. Oh, that works. I don't know why I have this one computer out in the middle of nowhere. Let's get rid of this. Actually, we can move this then to like right there. So I'm like, you know what? I was kind of pulling some inspiration from there. I've loved Cyberpunk 2077. I know it's had a lot of issues, but to me, I didn't have too many issues. There's a couple times I had to restart the game because there was a bug or something like that. But I never really had that big of an issue with the game itself. Cool, we have enough people. We can go launch that mission now. And I'm like, you know what? I would like to build a computer case that looks like it came right from Night City. And so, if you guys were ever here... how more am I out of power? Holographic Earth. That would do it. And so some people know, like when I was doing things in Planet Coaster, I love to come up with stories for items. Because it always, for me, it always helps if I can get a story behind an item. It kind of gives you where it was, how it was used, and especially with like in a theme park setting, it also gives you like, you know, why this thing exists. And it gives you some better ideas for theming and things like that. But for a computer case, it's a little... Oh.
Full Metal Jackie.
I'll finish my story here in a second.
What am I to do with you?
G'day. Well, it's not really good anymore, is it?
It is for me. I get to finally tweeze a nasty little thorn from my side for good.
Or I could work for you, like you always wanted. Just throwing that out there.
Is that so? I suppose you have proven yourself capable. Well, what's your opening offer? You were a good businesswoman, but small-minded. Under my leadership, you will flourish.
I was only ever in it because I liked cutting deals and trotting the globe. That's why I do this.
Well, now you do it to make me money. And that starts by dissolving your other business relationships.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Oh, that'll be a rough one. You saw how they reacted when I changed our terms before.
I did. But I beat them before. And now, we will.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and confirm that one. And we'll also get the power back on by just turning off
Research has been paused.
this for a minute. But
Research has resumed.
I had an idea for this cyberpunk case, and essentially the whole idea was that get rid of all these. It looked like it was stolen right from Night City, and so the original idea was there actually is a you can go online and look up other companies that maybe not feature in the game, but honestly, Cyberpunk actually has a whole thing of like comic books and tabletop games that people don't know that actually exist. Well, some people don't know they exist; they just think of the game. But here's the fun part: there actually is computer companies in the game. I think there's one called Microtech. It has a really cool logo, kind of like an 80s-ish logo, which kind of makes some sense. So essentially what I wanted to do is I wanted to actually make it look like, get this, make sure we have enough hitmen being trained. We do.
A scheme has succeeded.
Essentially what the whole idea was is I want to make it look like it was a Microtech computer that was sold to, I think, Arasaka. And so Arasaka has their own, look to it. And then it worked maybe in their research and development, maybe worked in, oh shoot, is it Project Soul Ripper, the one that they talk about in the game? Like it was a computer from there, and then somebody stole it, and it went through Night City, and it might have got dinged up, scratched, it might have been hacked a couple of times, so there's maybe some extra wiring or some extra cabling through it, and then eventually made its way. It finally got pushed out of Night City because someone thought it was trash, and that was kind of the whole idea of it. And so I kind of want to make this look like a stolen Arasaka research and development computer. Essentially what I wanted to do. And I have some ideas on how I want to do it, but I don't have the case yet. I think that's the first part I'm going to buy is the actual case itself. Now, really, when I say upgrade, or when I want to build my computer, essentially it's going to be motherboard, CPU, RAM, and that's probably it. The rest of the parts are going to come from my current computer. The graphics card's still only maybe about 2 years old, and I know they're kind of expensive right now, so I'm not too concerned about rebuilding that or getting a new one. I think there's still a 6 gigs of RAM just for the GPU. I've got 3 hard drives, 1 SSD and 2 HDDs, which is a pretty sizable hard drive. I think right now it's 4 terabytes. I want to say, so it's not too bad. And then power supply. The power supply should be more than powerful enough to handle all that, so that won't be too bad at all. And there was something else I was looking at. I've got 5 fans. I'm gonna probably buy 5 more fans because the new case will hold 10 fans, so that is pretty impressive. But yeah, that's kind of the idea for the case. And if and when, well, I shouldn't say if. When I do get all the parts together and get it, worked on, I probably will do. I've got a table set up right here that I usually work off of when I'm at work. I might actually do a stream where I actually build the new computer on stream. I think that'd be kind of fun, a little different. Because I've been doing this I think this is maybe my 5th or 6th computer build I've ever done, like from scratch. So something fun I like to do. I don't do it for money or anything like that. So something fun I do. Back to the game here. How are we doing on Hitmen? We have 2 now. How many do we need to get Full Metal Jacket? We need 4. Okay. Well, that could be an issue. But once we get Full Metal Jackie on board, I'm going to go ahead and get this one done. I'm thinking, and I could be totally wrong about this, but I'm thinking that's got to be that last mission before everything kicks off. Which if that is, we don't have too many more henchmen to deal with. We don't have many more super agents to deal with. We may have 3 left. So making that last fight's going to be a little bit easier, hopefully. Even if it's the same one, I really don't know. It could be completely different with this one, which would be kind of interesting to see if it is true or not. Let's see here. What could we be doing in the meantime? How is the training going for the Hitman, which is
You
on
have
2?
0 seconds to comply.
The only problem is it looks like we only have, well, we have 2 trainers. Never mind. That might be 3 and 4 though,
Your
so
henchman
we
is in
should have
combat.
enough. Yes, we do. Let's go ahead and launch that scheme then. It looks like they were in combat, but by the time I got up here, everything was gone. So that is good to see that. Yeah, with unfortunately, I have looked at graphics cards, but I know graphics cards are extremely expensive because they can use them in cryptocurrency mining. I think a lot of people know that. I think a lot. Also, I've heard now how true this is or not. Apparently, here soon, they're actually thinking about switching or getting a way to mine cryptocurrency with SSD hard drives. Which, if that's true, that's going to make them a small fortune. But that's kind of, kind of the evolution of it, I guess. So, go and do that upgrade. Might as well keep the heat down. But yeah, I think that's kind of interesting. It's like, ooh, that's. Of course, I guess they're always going to find ways to get cryptocurrency out there. I don't see why why they wouldn't. I know it had a boom really quick, and all of a sudden it just kind of went bust really quick too. Not really bust, but like with Dogecoin, I'm like, yeah, that seemed like an interesting little investment. But even now, it's like, would it have been cool to be a millionaire? Of course. Well, let's not sugarcoat it. It would be fun to be a millionaire, but it's one of those things that's like, all right, well, oh well, you can pack up, try again next time. I really, it's something that investments is one of those things that's like, I know what they do, and like I know you really shouldn't play it like that. Like it's like, oh, really fast money. Like no. You put them in there, you wait a couple years, you might get some money out of it. Like I own stocks in the Walt Disney Company. It's something that was a gift from my parents when I turned 18. That was just something we did. And I'd like to buy more. I'd like to just go out and try different stocks as well. But kind of fun to see what happens.
Complete.
Oh, we get to hold an arms fair on the world stage. And of course, it's in the United States. And it's called Tickets to the Gun Show. Which is pretty funny. Never been to one, I'll be honest with you. Just not a big... I'm not a huge weapons person. There is some... Would I like to go try it maybe once? Maybe. I think it'd be kind of fun. I know I've got a couple family members that are really big into weaponry like that. Both my uncles, for different reasons, have them. On my dad's side, he's more of a collector. He just likes collecting them, but he also likes shooting them as well. On my mom's side, he's a bit more of a. He kind of lives out in the middle of nowhere. I think it's Oklahoma. I can't remember that. He's living out in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma, and he has a lot of snakes and stuff like that he actually has like snake shot for. And if he finds a rattlesnake, he will get rid of it, which is fair. I mean, I don't blame him at all for it, but so it's interesting. There's some people in my family that are just really like all for guns and everything like that, but it's like me, I'm like, I would go shoot them. I think it'd be fun, but owning one, I have no idea if I would or not.
Salaries paid.
That one's easy to do. Just firing void now, so it's not bad at all. We actually are just over halfway through this stream though. Unfortunately, I can't go any longer than I usually do today. Especially starting a half hour late, it kind of stinks, but still hoping to finish this up. If I have to go a little bit long, I might rearrange something, but I think I can get this done today. That's at least the goal. But yeah, no, going back to the computer thing, I'm excited to build a new one, but also it's like, I don't want, it's like, seeing the price tag on new computer parts is like, not even just GPUs, just a CPU and motherboard. I was a little shocked. It's like, ooh, I don't know how in the world this happened. Because again, remember, this has been probably 5 years, maybe 6 years since I had to build this one. And this wasn't cheap, but, oh crap. This is still probably less than $1,000 for what this computer is, and it's a decent computer. Now, fair enough, it's been upgraded a couple times since I've had it, but GPU and all, or the CPU and stuff like that's all been pretty much the same.
Rogues are stealing your gold.
So nothing talking anything too drastic of a change. It's just
on my way.
But you know,
Swift as a shadow.
That's what you pay me for. Yes. Be honest.
and you know, funny thing, I do kind of agree that Dogecoin was a bit of a joke, a little bit. But people, I mean, but that's, can it turn into something legitimate? Yeah, I'm sure it can. It's just I think kind of the same thing with the GameStop thing. People just did that out of spite. Do I think it's funny? Of course, I think it's hilarious. But you know, it's just it has to be done the right way, I think. Same with, I don't know if anybody else has seen this, and as to what it is, I never remember what it's called. But it's something like cryptocurrency, but it's like for physical, it's for digital items. So things like pieces of like PNG files or something like that. There's an idea where instead of using like a currency, it's like paintings, like digital paintings or pieces of artwork, or not artwork, music, stuff like that. That's just, there's a certain amount of them, and they store them just very similar to cryptocurrency. And you can actually go look this up. There's a whole trading things on there. I know, was it Jake Paul that had like 1,000 of them, or 10,000? He gave away like 8 of them and then destroyed the other 2. So there's only 8,000 of them out there. These things are selling for like thousands of dollars. I'm like, why? I mean, it's interesting, of course, but why would you want to own something like?
New optional objective.
Maybe that's just me thinking about this. I think we're about to get a cutscene. Maybe not. Maybe when we hit complete here, it probably will. But like, to me, if I want to get a piece of art or something like that, I want to actually be able to like, not hold it, but actually hang it up somewhere and admire it, not just on a computer screen. I mean, I do a lot on the computer. I mean, you know, I'm IT. I work in IT. I've got my college degree in software development, and it's like I do everything on the computer. It's like, why would you want everything on the computer when I could go see a nice piece of art? But I do have some art in, you know, at my house, or not my house. It's where I live, and it's nice. I prefer to see it like that, so I can just walk around like, oh, yes, this is quite nice. But maybe that's just me thinking that way.
Well then, that sews it up for me. This is way more fun than going it on my own.
I'm certain it's fun, but I also expect your permanent loyalty. Do I have your assurances of it?
Where I'm from, we got friends and we got mates. Know what the difference is?
I'm the greatest intellect in history.
Alright, cool. Looks like we're getting raided by bots.
The difference
Not
between
ideal.
a friend and a mate is that someday a friend might let you down. Mate?
Wow. Right, give me 1 second here. Let me get rid of these bot messages. That usually happens at least once a stream. They don't even leave a view. It's like, come on, guys. Let's stick around for like 15 minutes. Let's get those views up. Those are rookie numbers. Anyways, let's see here. Let's get rid of this one. So we do have Full Metal Jackie on the payroll now. And there she is. So fire sale, equip item. Jackie has a chance to set her target aflame and handguns. Jackie equips nearby muscle means with guns, handguns to be precise. I thought she was like a finger bang, you know. Boom, you? No. All right. Anyways, let's also check out her alternate outfit because she is one of those that we can actually use the Cabal DLC upgrade on. So we'll see how that goes.
Paid.
I kind of want to see this before I do anything else because I don't know how much longer we have, which is kind of interesting to say. But you know, did I lose her? Oh, there she is. You know, I've seen her once, but that was as, like, Expectro's henchman. There she is. She does look kind of cool. It reminds me kind of like a sci-fi villain. But, like a female Bane or something like that. So, yeah, that is neat. I'll keep her that way, because I think I have also Sir Daniel that way, too. And also Eli that way, so it makes sense. So, the only one I'm missing is Janet Bomba, which I had her before, and she's pretty good, but I think... I've got 3 military minions, especially with the fight coming up. May not be a bad idea for me to have a couple more military minions around. You know, well, here's the thing, and for me at least, I played a lot of the original game. So Eli in his white suit, you know, that's kind of classic evil genius. But it's also, this is also Eli Barracuda Jr., which, fair enough, but, you know. And hey, I'm okay with disagreeing on henchmen. I have my personal, like, my personal favorite was having Jubei and Eli together. Those two are fantastic together. You also get an achievement if you have both at the same time. Didn't know that until I actually got them, but I wanted to have them both.
Science needs to be left alone.
And so that was my choice.
Whatever.
That ain't happening.
Oh, well, I guess Eli's down for the count right now.
On the
Time to die, little guy.
Was it really? No, there's another achievement where if you have both in the same Let's Play. Now, I know if you have... that one's... it's like, one's called like Dynamic Duo, the other one's called like the Gang's All Here, if you have Red Ivan there. I haven't played Red Ivan yet, which I need to do. But, you know...
Your henchman is equipped. Training
Complete research, public relations. Well, crap. Well, I guess while we wait on doing public... You know what? Yeah, that is... I have not gotten that one yet. No, that is... I thought there was a different one, though, that you can get with both of them. I could be wrong about that, but... you know what we could do is actually pick a fight with the super agent if we wanted to. And only have 2 left. We can do something like that.
Atomic Olga, daughter of the atom. I've heard quite a lot about you.
Good! That will save me time. I am here to stop you. Or kill you. Whichever comes first.
We don't need to be enemies, you know. You could just step aside.
Maybe you are thinking that you can defeat me because you are so smart. Because you know things. But here is something I know that you don't. You cannot outsmart the winter. You can only wait for it to kill you.
So I was thinking, might as well pick a fight with the henchmen or super agents. If we don't get it done, we don't get it done. If we do, we don't have to deal with them later. Pretty simple that way. Let's see here. This is some side stories. Let's go ahead and jump into here. Where do we have to defy Olga at? Oh wow, that is some really good money. Pretty nice. And I like that line. I never expected to see it though. I've never seen somebody outsmart a bullet.
Be a good fellow and
That's fair.
die, would you?
There's one defy Olga. Really, I just need to stop like buying all the rest of it. We just need to start buying these things because $5,000, it's $1,000 a second essentially is what we're doing there.
Your minions are in combat. Some Something is wrong with either the minions or the training room, boss.
Funny enough, I'm actually surprised stuff like that is not more in here. There is there's references throughout this game. I love this game because of that. There's a whole load of Austin Powers, James Bond.
Training has stalled.
Oh shoot, what other movies? There's like a whole bunch. There's a Back to the Future reference in here somewhere. Like there is just movie references and like pop culture references all over this game, and I love it.
Research
There's the
has
second
resumed.
Defy Olga. We'll go ahead and do that one. Something to do with the time period too. Yeah, I don't know. To me, I think they just they make a game that's really good, because really, if you think about it, there's very few games in this kind of genre. I mean, you have Evil Genius, and then there was another one called, I don't remember its name now. Is it Dungeon Keeper? That's similar to this, but it's a medieval version of this, essentially.
The heat at a criminal network has attracted
So,
the forces of
it's
justice.
it's a little bit different, so it's not too bad. Yeah, it's a little bit. This one's more modern spy thriller. Well, I say modern. They actually, if you, I don't know if anybody else got. I know a lot of people probably got it, but the companion guide. This game's actually based on like the '70s, like spy movies, which is kind of interesting. Kind of the aesthetic, I guess, of it. War for the War for the Overworld. That actually seems like an interesting game. There's a lot of things. There's so many games. It's like I mean, fair enough. Like those are the ones I know of, I should say. It's just the two I named off. And this is actually the problem is with the genre like this. It's a really the fan base is really devoted, but it's kind of small. Like if you go like a first-person shooter, there's a huge market for a first-person shooter or for an MMO, if done correctly. Because I imagine for every World of Warcraft, there's probably 10 or 12 other MMOs that didn't make it because of it. And that's not surprising. When I remember growing up, there was so many different MMOs that really you can find an MMO about anything.
Your vaults are full.
And I'll even tell you a little story. There was a company, and I don't remember what the company was called or anything like that. And maybe I can look it up later. But they used to have a game called, I can't remember if they made Golf Star or they helped develop it. But the get the next pistol right here, because that was something we got to do for the Atomic Olga quest. But they were like, "Hey, we're doing a closed beta. We'd like for me to be a part of it." And the beta was for a new tennis MMO. And when I say tennis, like the game, the sport of tennis, they made it into an MMO, kind of like Golf Star. Essentially, you started out as like a local tennis player. You had to work your way up to like the international circuit. It was kind of an interesting little game. You can play. I do remember that game. It was just like a normal tennis game. Like you would just go out and play tennis for like 10 minutes, come back to a clubhouse or a country club or whatever, upgrade your stats, upgrade your equipment, and then go back out and play. I don't think that one ever got out of beta though. I think that one just pretty much stayed in beta for its entire lifespan, and then kind of died out after that. But yeah, that was an interesting one. I don't know why I remember it, but it's interesting. I played quite a few. I mean, I originally played Star Wars Galaxies, which pre-combat upgrade Star Wars Galaxies I still think is the best MMO that's ever been made, hands down. The leveling system in the game, how character creation, stories,
A criminal network has too much heat.
equipment, everything like that. I still think that is probably the greatest MMO ever played. Now, I've ever played. Now, I have played World of Warcraft, and I love World of Warcraft. I think I actually put more time into World of Warcraft than I did Star Wars Galaxies. But I still think Star Wars Galaxies had a better mechanics in it. Pre-combat update, that is. Kind of have to keep prefacing that, because there's people that will say that Star Wars Galaxies is the worst game in the world because they don't realize that there was pre-combat upgrade update of Star Wars Galaxies. So it was interesting to say the least. But there was another one I used to play with a couple friends called. Now, what the other game was called? This game was called. I don't remember exactly. It was. We always called it Mega 10 Online, and I think it was a Korean game. I could be wrong. But you were a demon hunter. But it was after like a big atomic war, and so pretty much everything was gone. Everything was pretty much leveled, and you were just walking through the ruins. And every once in a while, you'd find like a cell phone, or like you'd find pieces of like an old building and stuff like that. I don't remember what that was called, but you actually like you tamed these demons, and they fought with you. It was a really odd game, but I enjoyed the game. We played that a lot growing up.
I was worried that this would be easy.
Do you know how much sane people fear me? How lucky someone is when they can walk away from me and live.
Always you are bringing it back to who knows what. I may have lost, but now I know something new.
What would that be?
I know that you complete the Varish. I will personally make sure you do it again. Das Vidanya.
Task complete.
So yeah, it's so I played quite a few growing up, MMO wise. I don't play very many like today. I mean, I just don't have the time I used to. Like I still game. I mean, I still stream. I game outside of here too. But yeah, I really plan that having the time to devote to an MMO like that is a little bit harder to come by these days. So. Move on to the Atomic Age. Let's go ahead and start this side story.
You have been busy since our last meeting, Tavarish.
It might surprise you to learn that my operation cannot simply be dismantled by an instrument as blunt as you.
A bullet is blunt, is it not? And my bullets have already dismantled quite a few of your minions.
This is unacceptable. My plans are in too delicate a place to risk an unbalancing factor like atomic Olga. She calls herself unstoppable, but everyone has a weakness. It's high time I found hers.
I have not played Cold War. That seems... I've never heard of that, to be honest with you. So... yeah. Let's see here. We'll get these two. Those will be the two we get done. That's not too bad. Still working on the public relations research that we have to do for our story mission. So we're going to try to plow through the Atomic Olga one to see if maybe we can get rid of her before the final stand. We'll see.
Your vaults are almost full. Your vaults are full.
So that's pretty funny. It's like they're almost full, now they're full. Like it's not even a hesitant. It's like one done, and it's like all right, well that's not bad, but all right. How's the other one going? Oh, it's almost done. There we go. Oh, we got to complete. Great, complete more research. Why can't we have more than one research thing going at once? That'd be kind of nice to have a research so we can do more than one research project. That would help out quite a bit.
New optional objective.
But unfortunately,
available.
gotta wait to get our evil genius down there to get kind of speed up this process a little bit.
Nothing is certain but my success.
Another game I actually really enjoy playing, and I haven't played this in a little while, is actually the Diablo series. So I actually started playing with Diablo 2, and then because I played it with my dad, and Diablo 3. Both games are fantastic as well. Made by Blizzard. Oh crap! Well,
I am the brains of the operation.
Let's do that.
I'm the smart one around here.
And let's try to get our minions back to doing research. But yeah, Diablo has been a really great one. I beat that game. I beat 2, I don't know how many times. And then I beat Diablo 3 4 or 5 times with different characters and different people. So that one's a fun one. If you ever now Diablo is not really a MMO per se. It's a single player game that you can play multiplayer. I'm trying to think. Dungeon crawler, I think is what they consider it. It's kind of a isometric 3D view. But there's a story in there that essentially you go along with pretty much every playthrough.
This is crucial to
But
my
yeah,
success.
it's that one's a fun one. I've never thought about doing that on stream just because I don't know. That seems like it'd be kind of not a hard one to do on stream, but just one that I don't think I would enjoy doing on stream, if that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things like, all right. So we might be able to get this Atomic Olga thing done, and we may not because of the position we're in right now. So I didn't realize we had to do more research for, defeating these people. Now, fair enough, I should have, because I'm pretty sure every one of them at this point has had, like, 1 or 2 things you've had to research during the entire thing. So it kind of makes some sense. Those rogues, I mean, I know those are investigators or rogues, and I think those are rogues.
What do you need? Here I come. Home. Yes.
So let's get the silver revolver out here.
Time to sing. You.
Your henchman is incoming.
That shouldn't take too much longer, though. Easy cleanup there. Let's see what else. Kind of noticed our casino hasn't really been doing much business, I guess, since Atomic Olga came through. They were a little scared, which is fair. But I do plan on coming back to this game eventually. I know they're coming out with new story or new missions eventually. They're coming out with new apparently a new Evil Genius eventually at one point. Apparently it's supposed to be a new like campaign missions, like actual campaign stuff to do. So that'd be interesting to see that. Probably the next one I'll do is probably Red Ivan, because Red Ivan's was a good henchman in the first game. I'm kind of curious how he is as a evil genius.
Salaries paid.
So that'd be kind of fun. Probably the next time we play this, which it might be a little while, might be a couple months. We'll wait for the game to kind of update again, and then we'll see all. Because there's even a new item pack that came out about 2 weeks ago that I haven't even seen yet because we've been playing this one, and you can't update to the new version from an old game, which kind of stinks. Or I'm more than happy to do that, but that was a smaller DLC rather than the Cabal one, because the Cabal one was just doing the new henchmen, some new items, as well as what else? Some new base items, the henchmen, and then the outfits and skins. So not too bad at all. You know what I should do? I think that, I know a couple people have asked me already. I'll probably start compiling a spec sheet for my computer, what I currently have on Twitch, so you guys can see that. Not that it's like I'm starting to get a little bit more popular. We're actually getting a lot more traction on getting to the goal of getting to the affiliate goal. We're actually not that far off. At least, in the grand scheme of things. There's 4 items, and I've got 3 so far, and I'm close on that 4th one. So I'm trying to keep positive, trying to keep the trend going. And it's working out pretty well so far. So I'm going to keep the public happy on the world stage now. Fun stuff. I'm going to do a level 3 criminal network. Alright, let's update that one. That one. Oh boy.
Started in your rear.
That's never a good thing.
A minion has caught fire. An inferno
Oh, you know why? It's over
is
here. That's why.
raging in your
Like, I
lair.
don't see where the fire's at, but it's over
The
here.
fires are being dealt with.
So I've learned actually the best way to kind of deal with these people is to let them get out of the power station first, and then go kill them.
There's an intruder here. Kill them.
Because then our minions will actually start
hate to
fighting the
see me
fires
go?
first.
Yes, the Spectrum
And,
is on
IDC calculating optimal.
Telly, oh,
What do you need?
makes it a little bit easier trying to, you know, keep our base
Your
somewhat
minions are in
functional
combat.
still.
An inferno is raging in your
This one's a
lair.
little bit harder because, well, everything's on fire now. Everything's on fire now.
Time to
This is usually what happens.
Go ahead, mate. Get your pie hole.
barely rumple my
Your only winning move is not to pray.
Alright, guys, can we get the fires out now, please?
Your henchman is in
Well, that was actually really simple. Research. I would get,
Your
might as well do
henchman
boost
is in
signal, I guess. Alright, great, cool. I think we have everything out, or everything killed now. Can we put the fires out, please? That would be awesome.
Your broadcast strength has run out.
Cool, let's confirm that.
A minion is deserting.
And let's make sure that that door is replaced.
Something is wrong.
There
with
we go.
either the
Confirm all
minions
that.
or the training room, boss.
Looks like we only lost one computer. The rest of it needs to be repaired, of course, but,
What next?
you know.
If logic dictates.
We can't really do anything right now because we don't have the broadcast strength, which kind of
A
stinks, but
minion is deserting.
that does happen.
Research has begun.
Though, unfortunately, I do think we're going to need a few more of these tables, which, in that case, let's go ahead and sell 2 of these. Move this back a little bit so we can put the last of the computer consoles around here. Should have plenty of power for that. We will see here in a moment.
Broadcast strength resumed.
Alright, let's go take a look at this one. So we need to upgrade this
Your
one.
criminal networks are idle. Consider running some schemes.
This one we can just go ahead and
Your
do.
minions are in combat.
That's probably the soldiers that just showed up. This one we can go ahead and just reduce the heat first on it. And then we'll go for this mission. So there's 2. There's, we need a level 3 network down here. Let's go ahead and upgrade it.
game's up. Give in.
So that's 3. Where's the 4th? Or there's 1 here.
Your henchman
Alright.
is in combat.
And there's 1 here. Ah. We've already got that one taken care of. So we got these 3 crossed here, which it could be a little bit to get those done, but that'll be okay.
Research has resumed.
Which I think we have. Do we have all the upgrades going for this right now? We don't have. Oh, we have. That one's already been upgraded, so we're good there. Waiting on spin doctors for there. Waiting on this one to be upgraded. This is a level 2 currently, so that won't take too long, hopefully.
A scheme has succeeded.
Book an ice show on the world stage.
A criminal network has been upgraded.
Alright then, well I guess we're doing an ice show. Olga on ice. I don't know if that's exactly what we're doing, but fair enough. We do that one, that'll be 3 gone. 3 more spin doctors for there, and I need about half the base for this one. Another, I need 2 spin doctors, 2 more quantum chemists, and 2 more biologists. That's awesome. make sure we got enough enough workers to kind of just
New
replenish
optional objective
that, so that's
available.
not too bad. Let's see, haven't kept up with the optional objective in a little bit. We'll go and collect that one. I'm just not really concerned about these. Yeah, but apparently customer service is a thing we have to do, which is a bit unfortunate. One more spin doctor, and that'll be good to go. How are we doing over on this one? Because there is, unfortunately, wrecking ball there. We do need 2 more quantum chemists. Now, are we actually training quantum chemists? We do have 8 we can train, so might just be taking a little while to get that one done, of course. But that is okay. Those are the only 2 we're actually really missing right now, so if we can get another spin doctor, we can have 4 of the 5 done, so that won't be too awful bad.
Research has resumed.
And that area's been locked down. Of course it has. That's only got locked down for another 10 seconds, so that one, we can just, right when it goes, we can pop that back on. Some more intel to get rid of the heat there. Let's go ahead and launch this scheme there. Then, I mean, essentially we need spin doctors and quantum chemists. We'll be ready to go. Master, I actually build my own computers. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm running an AMD. As to which one it is, I'm not sure. It's their octa-core one, so it's the 8 core with the hyper threading in it. So it's, or something like that. I know it's an 8 core. It might just be a single processing 8 core. Which it wouldn't surprise me if it was, but I know it's an 8 core processor running 32 gigs of RAM from a couple different. There's 2 sets of them. I think both from Corsair though. Running a NVIDIA GT something graphics card. So maybe not the most high tech, the most well built computers, but it's a solid computer. So yeah, not too bad. It's amazing what I can rattle off. I just remember still what the parts were. I'm still pretty amazed I can still do that. So I'm waiting for Atomic Olga to show up. I thought she would already be here by now. Alright, well these guys are having they're doing the scared thing, so she should be on her way up. There's one of her soldiers. And there's her and the rest of her soldiers. Awesome. Alright, let's take a look at our henchman here.
You got it.
It is the master is at
Why is he even up? Why is he not just
darkness
healing?
lurks.
You have a command?
Alright.
Multitasking.
What?
Should have looked this up before I picked a
Yeah?
fight, but
Have
alright.
your shirt on?
Stand and fight, you yellow-bellied coward.
At least all of my minions are up there fighting, at least. And probably the Atomic Olga's just rinsing them from the rear there. But looks like we got rid of her.
A henchman is in danger.
Whenever we have these little chats, you're always so jovial, Olga. What's changed?
You know exactly what has changed. You should not have brought my brother.
We made it personal, what we did.
You came after what I care about, Atomic Olga. All I did was return the favor. And he was paid well for his services. You came after what I care about, Atomic Olga. And he was
I don't know
paid
why I went back
well
there all of a
for
sudden.
his services. Nothing happened to him. And nothing needs to if you don't test me.
I was not taking you seriously before. When I return, you will see how much I was holding back.
Alright, well, let's see if we can get the last one done
Your
here.
vaults are full.
That should be the last one once we get this one up and at 'em.
I notice you are not quaking with the fear of me, Tavarish. It is good that I am here to fix that for you.
You brag, but the atomic Olga I've met so far is just a sore loser with a big mouth and a weightlifting habit.
That was before you decided to make it pass. Now, I will destroy your operation, one minion at a time.
That's what she's going to try to do, at least.
You made this personal when you challenged me. And while you fought admirably, you haven't beaten me yet.
In battle? Yet. But war is more than battle. We will see if you know that as well as I do.
That should be fun. Going more Defy Olga on the world stage. I'm about to say Atomic Olga on the Olga stage. Didn't work out that way.
At a criminal network has attracted the forces of justice.
Let's see, there's one here, but I don't think. Remove the heat there, so let's go ahead and do that. Ooh. See if we can do this mission. Yeah, we can.
Any last words?
How about there? 8 socialites. Go for it.
Your henchman is in combat.
Need 2 more biologists, and we'll be able to get all those done.
And die, would you?
Just like soldiers are having issues getting right past there, which is not bad. Hey, Hyper, thanks for the follow there. Really do appreciate it. And welcome as well.
With either the minions or the training room, boss.
And let's see what we got here.
Your vaults are full.
Let's try and counter agents. Nothing too crazy here. Can we do that last Defy Olga move?
Training has stalled.
Ooh. Don't know if we can or not.
Something is wrong with either.
Be a good fellow and put the
Updates required.
Everybody's going crazy. Austin, I thank you for that, because I would have never guessed that, but thank you, Austin. I appreciate it. Or if you called me Bobbert, I wouldn't know who it was, you know, it's fair. Honestly, though, I think, I don't know, it's funny enough, I've had a lot of nicknames just kind of floating around, like, throughout my life. You know, technically Robbie is a nickname, technically, but I think it's what I go by most of the time. So it's a little hard to say that it's a nickname. But I've been called Rob, Robbie, Robert, Bob, Bobbert, some other ones. This Roberto, another good one. Even though I never took Spanish. Which is an interesting story behind that.
Your vaults
So
are full.
where I live, you actually have to take I think it's 2 years of a foreign language credit to actually graduate high school. Fair enough. It happens.
Research has been paused.
The problem is I can speak English pretty good, but I'm not great when it comes to
Training has
other
stalled.
languages. I'm just not that good. However, the high school I went to a private school. They offered Spanish, like every other high school does, but they also offered sign language. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take sign language. I actually signed up for the class 2 weeks late, but they still let me in. So I was 2 weeks late getting into that class. Got straight A's through high school in it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go, because they have to take it in college. You have to take 2 years of foreign credit in college, too. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm going to go take sign language again. And I remember the introduction class. It was hilarious because in college, what got me, I'm going to pause this for real quick because there's some veteran soldiers coming. In college, the professor had an interpreter the first day. I remember this very vividly. He's a nice guy. Talked to him a couple times. But he's like, this is the only time you'll ever speak a word in this class. It's a 16-week class, and I think it was 2 times a week. And he goes, he was deaf, so he couldn't hear anything. Like he said, yeah, he goes, I can read lips, I can carry on a conversation, but you'll never hear me speak a word in this class. And that was how it went the entire time. We could not speak the entire time we were in that class. It was a little odd. However, it was hilarious because they were, the first day you kind of learn your name. And sign language is pretty, essentially you learn the letters, and then you always come up with a name sign. The name sign is just kind of an abbreviation. It's like usually a letter and a sign. That makes it a little bit easier for you to tell your name, especially if you're telling a long sentence or you're talking about somebody. It's a little easier to, instead of spelling out their name the entire time, you just give them this name sign. And I started, like, he would sign to us, and very rudimentary, kind of like how a kid, when you're first learning a language, would kind of learn. And all of a sudden, I start going, like, at that point, this is an introductory sign language class, and I had already taken 2 years of sign language at this point. And so I started signing back to him just like a normal conversation. And he was shocked because I actually already knew quite a bit of sign language at that point. But everybody would ask me. He would leave the room to go do something, and he'd be like, "Robbie, what did he just say? What did he just sign?" And I'd be like, "It's this." And I tutored, kind of quote unquote, some people that needed help. I only took 1 year at one college, and I took another year at a different college. It's still fun. Like, I enjoyed sign language is weird because I enjoyed doing sign language. Like I took 2 years in college and got straight A's through it. So it's if you can't do Spanish or French or something like that very well, try sign language, because sign language is all with your hands. You don't have to speak. You don't have to worry about your tongue screwing up or your throat going dry. So it's a little bit nicer that way. So yeah, at least that's my perspective on it. I wasn't that great with speaking, but I could do sign language pretty well. Alright, I'm looking for... Oh, there's the soldiers. I don't see these soldiers anywhere. There they are. 3, 4, and 5. Where is all my henchmen at?
You hate to see me go.
Since pretty much everybody's been running from the casino, let's just go ahead and fight them out here.
What do you...
Wilco!
I'm going to get rid of these people here next, but they have to come upstairs to get out, so pretty simple. There they go. It's like, I don't know why Expectro just walked off, but alright.
They don't.
It's like, and then Jackie shows up. Can we not burn the carpets, please?
Your votes are full.
Let's see what we got out here. Apparently there's a Atomic Olga mission. Oh, yeah, that area's in lockdown for another 4.5 minutes. Alright, well, that's not ideal.
Your criminal network.
Sensing weakness from you, Atomic Olga has appeared to directly challenge you in battle. If you don't face her, she'll completely destroy your operations in this region. Well, that seems fun. We do need to get rid of those rogues, though. I just remembered that. Where are they at? They're now coming upstairs. So.
What to do?
Yes.
Oh, they've already been discovered. All right, let's kill them.
I attack from the shadows.
Oh, that's why, because most of my henchmen are already down there.
Not so tough.
That shouldn't take too long there. There we go. That's taken care of. Side story. I think that's just up and Adam. Deal. Oh, we got here, but another 1.5 minutes. That hopefully won't take us too long. I know we didn't get this one off because it reset because of heat, which is not ideal, but we do have the people to do that. bunch of saboteurs just showed up. That's not ideal. Nope, I just tapped out of the game. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, let's get this one going here. Let's also get a couple of these guys down here, just in case, because I got a feeling those saboteurs are not going to be fun to deal with. Loot-wise, I actually don't have too much loot. I have the Sands of Time, which is kind of nice. Why did Sir Daniel just leave? But I do have the Sands of Time. I do have this thing from Expectro. I'm trying to think what other ones. I have the Magic Carpet, which is over here, right there. We also have Dr. Jekyll's table here. Those are actually kind of new statue. Well, one of them's a new statue of is it number 2 from the first game? That is her. I think what other loot I have. Oh, I do have the gold door from Fort Knox. I keep forgetting that one because that's a little bit of an odd one. I do have this wheel here that just generates gold for me, which is kind of nice. But I really don't have too much else. I really didn't do much looting this game. While they're fun, I don't really need them. I didn't really need them. I was trying to focus on some other things, trying to get the Cabal DLC done. So a little bit different with that. So, all right, let's get these people out there. So that should be done here shortly.
A scheme has succeeded.
And then we gotta lure her from the world stage.
Your votes are full.
Excuse me. Where is she? There she is.
I will stop you or kill you, whichever comes first.
What also concerns me is that a wave of soldiers arrived right as Atomic Olga arrived. So there's like double the soldiers here.
What do you need?
Fun.
Stay fresh.
The Spectro is on.
I have updates available.
It I could do with a spot of tea.
Time to reload.
And hopefully they take their time getting up here. We'll just put it that way. And we'll have a few henchmen pretty much at full strength, but like Eli's hurting bad. We really can't. We're gonna have to go after him. Alright, so who do we got? Iris is good to go, so let's go ahead and get her out here.
I want that intruder dead.
Yes, it is I.
Expectro is good enough. It's one of those things like, alright, fair.
The master is at work.
Eli, I don't think is ready. He's... If we get enough people in front of him, he'll be fine.
Threat identified.
How's Janet doing? Janet's still hurting.
You have 0 seconds.
Consider them dead.
It is time.
I must break you.
How's she doing? Okay, she's not bad. Right this second, she's not doing too bad. There we go! So we actually have one more quest to do with this person.
Shot at me, Olga. But for all your grandstanding, it appears I'm still here.
Duh, I have not fought my best. Even I must admit this. But do you know why I don't worry?
I suspect if I remain silent, you'll tell me in just a moment.
Because I have iron will and a body full of theta radiation. Against those, your big brain is nothing.
You're right, Olga. I haven't thought of a workaround for theta radiation. Yet.
Alright, well, there we go. So that one is completed. Pride goeth before the fallout. Let's get this one going. Let's also get the last mission done.
You are my foremost radiation
So
expert. Who's still alive? What do you know of theta radiation?
We've never successfully harnessed it. It's rare, incredibly unstable.
And the thing which makes atomic Olga so atomic. Which is why we're going to take it from her.
I see. But how are we going to do that?
It's a good thing I have a foremost radiation expert who's still alive to figure that out.
Look at that, we have to do research. Fun! But we actually just kind of timed that really well, so not bad at all to do. Alright, we got optional wise, execute and build. Don't really care about either one of those.
Your minions are in combat.
That's not ideal. Where are they in combat at? Oh, they're still fighting over here. No, there's just a bunch. Is it? I guess there's a bunch of hammer soldiers that decided to show up again. Alright, well. It's not ideal. But that's why you can bring your B team in. I say B team. Those two are really good, I would say. It's like if they just have to be healing. So. I was like they're trying to escape, so it looks like they were just kind of left over from Atomic Olga. And didn't quite make it out yet, so that kind of makes sense. Alright, so main objective, we just have that. Let's go ahead and try to get this one done over here. We should have plenty of heat to deal with, so. But we only got about 15 minutes or so left, so yeah, if we don't get it done today, we'll probably finish it on Friday then, and then we'll also start our Civilization playthrough on Friday. Kind of split the time in half. That won't be too bad at all to do.
A minion is deserting. A minion is deserting.
For some reason, they are all of a sudden, all of them are just deciding to leave, and I don't like it. But it happens. We always have like a mass exodus of people. Exodus? Something like that. Alright, let's see what this gets us.
The heat at a criminal network.
The watches are ubiquitous and people are already getting addicted to that sweet kitten content. You've kept your intellectual property out of the hands of your enemies, but the forces of justice are trying to ban the watches and put a stop to your operations.
I trust the test's working well. No problems introduced on your end, I hope.
No problems at all. Soon we'll be able to go to total mind control.
Excellent! The forces of justice are no match for my brains.
Set up transmitters on the world stage. Let's see what we got going on here.
Are full.
I guess go ahead and start sending people out then. One there. There's one. That needs a level 3 criminal network. Let's go ahead and upgrade that then. Need more quantum chemists. So this might be one to do for next time. I didn't realize we had so much more. I didn't realize how much left we had to do. It's seems like everything we can do. So there's 1, 2, 3. We're doing 1 up there. It's 4. Where is that 5th one at? Oh, it's right there, so it's 5. So yeah, might take us a little bit because all the quantum chemists we actually need. So yeah, may not be the bad thing to actually have the atomic weakness going too. What I might try to do, I don't know how much Pride goeth before the Fallout. I don't know how much left of that we have to do. It's really, we usually wrap up here in about 5 minutes or so. Trained scientists, we'll need more scientists, so that'll be no big deal.
A criminal network has been upgraded.
Probably all need quantum. They do. They all need quantum chemists. How many do we have currently? We have 1. Let's get 9 being trained. I don't know if we have the a lot to train those guys on though. Oh, okay, maybe we have 3 actually. So hopefully that won't take too long to get that going. But we'll see here in a little bit. See how long that takes us to get. But hey, we did get a lot done today. We got quite a few of these story missions done. We did get rid of John Steele. That was a good one to get rid of because that was just he was going to be annoying, or they were going to be annoying. It's both male and females, so they were kind of annoying, and I'm glad we got rid of them. And we got Janet Bomba on the thing, so we actually did quite a bit, and we were only here for about 2.5 hours. So kind of proud of that. It's a good stream. Unfortunately, I think Friday's going to be the same way though, time wise. If something were, I think I was going to try to do 1:15, but I think that was kind of really pushing it between when I had to when I got off work and when I actually started streaming. So I kind of like starting at 1:30. So 1:30 will probably be the start time for Friday as well. Just gonna give you guys a heads up here. Gonna research, and yeah, we'll do this one. Yeah, we'll do that one actually. That seems like it'll be good. We gotta construct a giant magnet. Pretty sure we have. There we go. Because, why wouldn't you have just a giant magnet in the middle of your hallway? There was a story. There was actually a piece of story that I just didn't read. Let's see if there's a reason. Atomic Olga's unstoppable nature is thanks to the theta radiation. If you can create a magnet trap that can neutralize the theta rays, you can stop her once and for all. Well, there's a big magnet. Fire void at Northern Hammer Districts. Alright, well. Let's just keep on rolling.
Need anything specific?
Let's go level 1, the Northern Hammer District, which is there. Let's launch this thing for probably the last time this stream.
Prepare the void.
Come to think about it, I was always kind of wondering if these interactions are kind of genius specific. They have to be, because we're firing void. That's the only time void would be used is with Zalika, so kind of makes some sense. Claim responsibility for your actions to Atomic Olga sensitive to theta radiation and can be turned to your advantage. Broadcast the theta signal that will draw her to you. Alright, where do we have to do that at? I had to a level 4 criminal network to do that. Alright, well, looks like we're getting a level 4 criminal network there. It's only level 2, looks like. Yikes! It's a lot,
Research has
a
resumed.
lot of them. You know what? Don't worry about telling me, because I kind of want to figure them out. I know, with... Oh, shoot. I know, I'm trying to think. With, not with Void. With, Midas. Midas, I know, when you fire it, you, some of your minions turn to gold as well. I do remember that one. Well, I haven't really figured out the one for this one yet. I imagine it's probably something to do with either loyalty or something like that, or morale.
The criminal network has too much heat and has locked down.
I've seen subway rats tough with these joints.
Your henchman is in combat.
What's going on? Oh, we got some soldiers at the base. Not ideal, but we can pretty well easily handle them.
Your henchman, you have 7 seconds to comply.
So I think we can handle them.
Your minions are in combat.
Yeah, we should be okay. Don't quite have that broadcast strength up yet. I
Your
don't know where that
henchman
person's
is
at.
in combat.
Oh, they're actually going upstairs.
Stand and fight, you yellow-bellied coward.
I'm must consider my next move.
Research has been
There he is.
paused. Training has stalled.
So hopefully we can, I want to get the Atomic Olga mission done today. Once we get those done, I think it would be a good stopping point. I think the transmitters are going to take us a little while, especially with all the quantum chemists we need to have. So, kind of makes some sense. Let's get that one upgraded at least, and then hopefully we can defeat Atomic Olga. A nice one to see done.
Let's get scientific.
Those are the rogues. All
That
right.
intruder is just.
What do you need? Not a problem.
You'll never see me coming.
Command multitasking.
Spotted. Chop, chop. No time for
All right.
dilly-dally.
Elijah's
Yeah. You got it.
walk right past those rogues. All right.
I want that.
Open season.
I don't know if I'm gonna do another loot quest. I don't know yet. It depends how. If we can get Atomic Olga done, I might go run and do one, but that'll probably be next stream. So. Okay. I just got an optional objective called Execute a Henchman. What? I know you could do that, but good lord. Sure, it's $20,000 to execute a henchman. I'm not gonna do that, but good lord, you can do that. I forgot you could. I really kind of forgot you could do that.
Termination program activated.
All right, let's do that. Let's get them going. I know they took Quantum Chemist. I'm well aware.
A minion
There we go. We
is
can actually up to
disarmed.
have up to 200 heat here now. And really, the only thing we're worried about is getting
Something
that
is wrong
Atomic
with
Olga
either
quest
the
done.
maze or the training room, boss.
Do do do. How we doing on here? Well, it looks like we're just no. Maybe we're not waiting on too many people. Looks like waiting on a quantum chemist. Right.
Your vaults are full.
What concerns me is I don't see one.
Training has stalled.
There's just a couple. Looks like there's one leaving right there. What also caught my eyes? There's a bunch of saboteurs trying to get into the base. Let's not have that happen.
Go.
Swift as a shadow.
You have a command? Compliance.
Here I come. Home.
Doom is upon you.
Purging
Where are those
unwanted
people real quick?
files. Your henchman is in combat. Your henchman is in combat.
All right, there's that Theta signal we're sending out right now. Not quite
Something is
sure
wrong
what it's
with
doing, but
either
all right.
minions or the training room, boss.
Waiting for one more chemist to go out.
Training has stalled.
I will not stop until my enemy
There we
is
go.
dead.
Use your magnet trap to capture her and show her her campaign. So we gotta capture Atomic Olga. There, oh, there she was. So probably have to capture her and then kill her henchman. There,
Training
oh,
resumed.
there she is. Let's
I
capture her
demand that
and
science
kill the rest of
needs
them.
to be left alone. Find and
Yeah.
Eli needs to get back here.
I need a break from these clowns.
Spectre's ready for a fight.
Darkness. Lurk.
Awaiting
She
command.
needs to
I
heal.
require a reboot.
Sir Daniel needs to heal.
Ah, time.
Yeah?
And Janet's good to go. Alright, well, that's two
Whatever.
henchmen.
The spectral.
Non-lethal methods. Ah, I'll do what I can.
I meant to leave that one alive! Where that came from?
Your
You
henchman.
don't think he's going to make it out of there, but we'll see.
Show you what a barracuda can do.
Nope. Alright. looks like we have one more. Oh,
Finest
of course,
quality
another
metal
group of soldiers show up right as we're done with all of this. Which, let's be real here, although all my military men and all my henchmen were right there, so it's not like it's the worst thing in the
Will
world.
be offline for scheduled maintenance.
Okay, we have Atomic Olga in chains. Well, not really quite. We're almost there.
Something is wrong with either the minions or the training room, boss.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and escort this prisoner
Believe that a criminal
down to the
network has
magnet.
attracted the forces of justice.
I'm kind of curious. I've never seen the
Your vaults are
the
full.
magnet one, the magnet, not torture, but the interrogation. So it'll be kind of interesting to see this.
Research has been paused. A minion is deserting.
Oh yeah, there it is.
A minion is deserting.
Finally, this opponent to your plans has been removed. One less obstacle you have to deal with. It looks like they just got sucked up against the magnet.
Do you remember what you said to me in our first conversation, Atomic Olga?
It was only like 20 minutes ago, so you should remember.
Ah, you said that we did not need to be enemies. And I disagreed with you.
And how did that work out for you? Your hometown destroyed, your powers gone, your war lost.
These words will not break. When a soldier goes to war, she always knows there is a chance she will lose.
I would say it's been a pleasure, Olga, but the one last thing you and I both know is the truth. До свидания.
Your
Ah.
criminal networks are
Alright,
idle.
that's pretty funny. Alright, well, we got rid of 2 super agents this episode. Well, stream. Got a new henchman. And I think we're getting ready for Doomsday, the Rise of Void. So let's save our game here, guys. Let's go ahead and confirm. And let me pop over to the main screen here, guys. Well, guys, thank you for joining me again today. I really do appreciate it. If you guys are new here, thank you again for joining me. The best way, if you kind of are curious how to support me, the best way to do it is actually just leaving a follow here on the channel. We're up to 67 followers. We're trying to get to 75 before August. That'll be a year and a half in. We are well on our way. We're at 67. We're only at 75, so we want 8 more. So we're only talking, what, 3 months to get 9 more? I think it's easily doable. I think we might be able to smash that goal pretty hard. And yeah, so if you are new here, I do stream 2 times a week only right now. Every Wednesday and Friday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today was a little bit different because I had some other extenuating circumstances that I couldn't really stream right at 1 o'clock, so I had to wait till 1:30. But yeah, I think we got a lot done today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed it quite well. But I think that is going to be it for me today. I will see you guys back here on Friday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for some more Evil Genius. And if we do get it done, we'll probably go ahead and roll right into our Civilization 6 playthrough. But until then, guys, have a great rest of your Wednesday. Have a great Thursday. And I'll see you guys back here again on Friday. Take care, everyone.